Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. You know, I keep telling myself I'm going to end this session, but then I get to a point where it's like, well, but I need to go talk to someone and finish up these little quests and stuff like that before I can go move on. And it just, like, goes on forever. So, yeah, I'm going to keep playing. Let's go talk to Sebastian. Sebastian smiles at you. Good day, Cutter. How may I help you? Actually, I want to talk to you about Dimtree. Can you train me in the art, Sebastian? Let me talk to you about that first. Are you sure you want to give up your current profession and take up the art as a mage? No, let me think about it for a while. I would not be able to use this weapon, would I? Yeah, which is it's a pretty good weapon. I mean, I do have these, which aren't bad, but I don't know. I would also have to go back and get my spell scrolls, so I think we'll hold off for now. That is my goal, though, so it looks like he can do this for me. Actually, I want to talk to you about Dimtree. He stares at you for a moment, then sighs. What about Dimtree, Cutter? He wants to be released from his curse. He gives you a surprised look and then waves you off. I find that hard to believe, Cutter. Dimtree doesn't have the mental power to desire anything. He frowns for a moment. Did that idiot Hammerus put you up to this? Think about it, Sebastian. Hammerus doesn't know Dimtree is a zombie, let alone who created him, right? He sighs and seems to be deep in thought. Yes, you're right, of course. Hammerus could not have sent you. I guess poor Dimtree is more aware than I intended. A pox on me for my stupidity. So, will you release him? He looks at you for a moment with conflicting emotions crossing his face. He sighs and throws his arms up in exasperation. I cannot, sorry. He gives you a pleading look. I want to, mind you, but I cannot. I fulfilled the contract by creating Dimtree, and I cannot break it, right or wrong. I'm a man of my word. My reputation demands it. Let's show more. Who contracted you? Maybe I can get them to agree to his release. Yeah, well, I really don't care one way or the other. I just agreed to try and help him. Farewell. No. I really don't give a rat's ass about contracts. What you did is wrong, and he needs to be freed. I understand your dilemma and agree with you. Could I release him instead? Let's go with this first. Maybe I can get them to agree to his release. I am magically bound not to reveal such information, Cutter. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept a contract, it will be handled with discretion. I understand that's the way business should be conducted. Could I release him instead? That would be difficult. He turns and begins to look through a nearby box. After a moment, he removes a book which he sets down in front of you. First, you'd have to have some magical aptitude. Second, you'd have to be able to properly speak the words you find on page 23 of this book. Go on. Last, you'd have to touch Dimtree, just as you feel the power of the words culminate within you. He turns his back to you and rummages through another box. I couldn't allow you to read that book, however. It'd be tantamount to my breaking my word through the actions of another. He continues poking through the box, ignoring you. Read the book and leave.
Updated my journal.
Wow, 4,000 experience points. Okay. I'm guessing that means that I can go do this. He was pretending not to see what was going on, sort of thing. Dimtree turns to face you slightly as you approach. You can feel a sense of expectation in the air about him. You find, Master? Dimtree release? Yes, Dimtree, I know how to release you now. Dimtree turns to face you and gestures toward you. Please, friend. Speak the words Sebastian taught you. You pause to gather your thoughts and then carefully speak the words Sebastian taught you. You then reach out and touch Dimtree lightly on the forehead. Rest well, Dimtree.
Updated my journal.
With a sigh, the zombie collapses at your feet. You think you hear a fleeting, thank you, friend, as he falls to the ground. Well, take that clot charm. No, I'm still working on it. Farewell. He, not saying anything about, Dimtree. No? Not going to say anything about Dimtree? Okay. Seems kind of cruel and heartless. But, I mean, if that's the way he's going to be. Alright, back in we go. How much for the child? Wow. What the hell is this thing, anyway? Is that just like a floating head? I'd like to claim something. I was told to tell you that I gave Pickett the laugh. Gained item, gained item. I certainly hope so, sir. Whatever that means, I'm just a big dumb rockhead. Here are your papers, sir. And here. Thank you. What can I do for you? Answer a few more questions for me. I'm here to claim something. I was told that I could retrieve some plans for a tomb here. Gained item. Plans for a tomb? You don't look dead, sir. Not that it's any of my business if you are. Here are your plans, sir. Can I get you anything else? Here to claim something. Nothing. Farewell. Farewell. Alright.
I hear your words.
Okay. Let's go ahead and hand that to you. Oh. Poop.
Your will be done.
Nope, nope, nope. Let's get everyone back here. Well, actually, maybe we can talk to you now. You seem to be wearing very little, lady. Nope. Don't need anything. Alright. I was kind of hoping that we could figure out what's going on with this vault. Alright, first of all, give that to you. Give that to you. Oh, that dropped my own stuff. I see what happened. Okay. I thought that was a little bit odd. Yeah, you've got a stack of those. That's good. Alright, so, we've got a loan document. This document shows that Trist's loan from Byron Pickett was paid in full. Scroll of evidence. This is a scroll listing the criminal activities of Byron Pickett. And tomb plans. These are the plans of a custom-made tomb, stenciled proudly across the top edge are the words engineered for eternity. So I have those. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do with them now. Let's go ahead and leave. Of course, I'm getting a lot of experience points without Mort around, which is a little unfortunate. I want to ask you about Trist. I have proof that she is innocent of any crime. He smiles broadly, then laughs. Very well, show me this evidence! He holds out his hand to you. Give him the document. 4,000 experience points. He opens the document and quickly scans its contents. After a moment, he sighs and folds the document and puts it inside his shirt. It seems the courts owe Lady Tristan an apology, sir. From this moment, she is free, and I will make all the arrangements to have her status and property returned to her. Thank you, Darren.
Updated my journal.
No, thank you. It's a rare individual who will do what you have done. He bows to you. Excuse me, I must speak with Lady Trist. Farewell. He begins walking towards Trist.
Learn some new tricks.
Hey, Anna leveled up. And you're still standing around here, Trist. Trist smiles at you warmly. You are my savior, Cutter. I will forever be in your debt. Don't come to me again with your problems. This was a pain in the arse. No, I was happy to help you, Trist. Thank you, Cutter. She glances about and then pauses to think for a moment. You have saved me from certain death, Cutter. A slow, painful death. She frowns and thinks. Please wait here. I shall return shortly. She turns and walks away. All right, Trist. You see Trist approaching. She smiles and waves at you. Hello again, Cutter. Thank you for waiting. She looks at you. She looks about for a moment, then removes a purse from the folds of her dress. With the document you have provided, the courts will restore my status and finances. This is not much, but it is a well-deserved reward for what you have done. She hands you a purse. Thank you, Trist. 1,000 copper and 4,000 experience points. No, I thank you. I thank you. Farewell, Cutter. Farewell. Okay, so I need to look for a member of the Harmonium I can trust. And she disappears. Oh, there's a door over here. Let's go in there. And there's a Nazi that I have not talked to. This door is locked. Godsman guard. They might not like me unlocking that. Let's talk to you. You see a sickly Githzerai woman. She is hunched and bent, and her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds a handkerchief that is practically soaking with blood, tissue, and phlegm to her face. She spies at you and hisses. Greetings. She stares at you and speaks a few mumbled words to Dakon. Dakon glances at you and says, She cannot understand your speech. She says she is dying. Then maybe you would better just kill her. Make it painful, though. Wow. What's she dying of? Her name is Anazi. She says she used to work in a meat-curing house here until half a month ago, when the illness became too much for her to bear. She was abandoned, evicted from her home, and left for dead. Speech pains her, and her illness has crippled much of her mind. She says there is nothing she can give of value. And? Know that she will not recover. I can put her out of her misery, that is all. As a Zerth of the people, it is my responsibility to provide an alternative. Oh, I don't want to do that. Then be merciful, Dakon. Dakon draws his blade and waits for the woman to prepare herself. She touches the unbroken circle of Zerthamon he wears for a moment, and her face is stoic. His blade is a blur, and when he has completed the stroke, she lies bleeding on the hard stone of Sigil Street. Well struck, Dakon. Let's go.
Updated my journal.
Well, I guess I'll take that. I did get 4,000 experience points. Alright, well, before I do anything else, let's talk to you. Probably have an opportunity to, I have some questions. Yep, alright. So I need to find a Harmonium I can trust. Maybe this guy? I mean, he said that he left, but... Good day again, Cutter. What, did you get the plans you were looking for? Yes, I've dealt with the situation at the warehouse and got the tomb plans.
Updated my journal.
He smiles and nods. Well done, Cutter. As I said, you may keep whatever you received from the warehouse as your reward. Thank you for your help. I have some questions. Okay, I don't see anything.
Knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Wait, you didn't comment on that? Or did I forget to level you up? Anna. Alright, well, level up. More thief skill points. 10 points for detect traps. And 10 points for open doors. I think that's good. And you will be leveling up as fighter. Okay. Alright, so what about one of these two people in here? I have some questions. Nope. Maybe Ebb Creeknees is the person that I need to talk to about that, then. Alright, well, not going to be going to another area if I can help it, so, without Mort. So let's head in here first. I mean, I've already gotten a lot of experience points that Mort has missed out on. What was this place called? Wrecked House. To the Bones of the Night. Okay. Whatever purpose these barrels once served, they are now just flotsam strewn about the room. This appears to be a ladder constructed from the bones of many creatures. Now, let's go. Oh, wait. This unusual window allows some light to filter into the room. It casts strange colored shadows across the walls and floor. Shelf of Skulls. Thank the powers you're here, Chief. Get me out of here. What are you doing up there? Those were-rat vermin nicked me and brought me here. Come on, boss. We gotta get out of here. This place is bad news. Why don't you... I don't know. You look cozy up there with all the other skulls. Why don't you just float down? I can't. I've tried. Come on, get me down before... Oh. A flash of light and smoke blinds you for a moment, and a withered old man stands before you. Have we visitors, Skull? Oh, no. Mort whispers furiously. Do not offend this blood, boss. He'll deadbook you faster than you can spit. The old man ignores Mort. Greetings, traveler. Who might you be to enter Lothar's humble salon without invitation? My pardon, sir, but you seem to have something that belongs to me. Yeah. See, I don't like the idea of saying that Mort belongs to me. I'd prefer, you know, my pardon, sir, but you seem to have kidnapped my friend. But I'm gonna go with this one anyway. Ah, yes? What might that be? My friend Mort wound up on your shelf. You want the chattering skull with half the grace and manners of any ordinary creature? Give me a greater skull in return if you wish it back, Lothar replies. I do not need to bargain for something that is already mine. He was never yours or anyone's to begin with. Your ignorance is astonishing. You truly know very little about very little. Now fetch me another skull to replace him, or say farewell to your friend. You know what? I've saved it. Just give him back. He's mine. Lothar's hands tighten on his staff. The skull is mine. If you press the issue, I will take yours as well. Boss, don't push it. Let it go. The skull speaks wisely. Heed it. I don't think so. Give him back or suffer the consequences. The old man's eyes gleam as he chants out a twisted phrase of arcane syllables. Pain racks your body. Darkness closes in. Ah! You have tested your immortality against the wrong creature and have been destroyed. Oh, wow. This appears to have bugged out. Well, that was, kind of amusing. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so we can die in the game. Who knew? What are you doing up there? Why don't you just float down? My friend Mort wound up on your shelf. Fine, then. How do I get another skull that's worth what he's worth? Move aside the divan in the center of the room and pass through the portal to the on the eastern wall and the chambers below to the catacombs. The portal will remain active for your return. In the catacombs, many skulls. One of great value lies within the interred crypts of the Dustmen, beyond the drowned nations. Bring that skull to me, as my were-rat minions have failed to do, and I will see to it that your friend is returned to you. Perhaps I shall even answer some questions for you. I've been to the tomb you speak of. It is empty. Oh, cool.
Updated my journal.
30,000 experience points that Mort misses out on. What is the meaning of this? The tomb is so well trapped, so well defended from scrying magics, that it was a challenge even for me. There must be some explanation for this. And, he draws out the words angrily and slowly, you will provide it to me. Go through the portal in the chambers below and seek the answer. It was my own tomb. I like that. Yeah, let's go with that. Your tomb? Your tomb? He eyes you carefully. We shall investigate this more carefully. Fetch me another skull, then, as you seem attached to yours, and we shall see what answers I can provide. Our agreement shall be as before. Do not try to deceive me with just any bone, either. I am something of a connoisseur. Return when you have something of value to me. Very well. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
You have returned, I see. And do you have a skull for me? I have the skull of Sogo, the Were-Rat Dustman Missionary. 15,000 experience points. That again! Mort misses out on. See, you know, adventure game logic. Pick it up and carry it with you. You never know when it might be useful. Lothar takes the head of Sogo from you and examines it carefully. Checking the teeth. A dustman, missionary, and spy, eh? This will be satisfactory. His fingers twist through an arcane gesture. Your friend will be waiting for you above ground where you came in. Have your answers from me. I have many questions. Keep it quick, scarred one. I cannot tarry all day. Why am I immortal?
Updated my journal.
Your mortality, your soul, if you will, that which allows you to live and die, is gone from you. It was stripped from you by magical means, by the night hag Ravel Puzzlewell. Your mortality is the key to your existence. When you find it, you will find your answers. Tell me about this Ravel. Ravel? Ravel Puzzlewell is an enigma, even among the night hags. Some would call her balmy. Others say she plays a deeper game than any can see through. She is evil through and through. Well, yeah, she's a hag. Making the fiends you'll see in the area seem positively divine when compared to her. She is out of the reach of men now, thank the powers, for she was mazed by the Lady of Pain. Mazed? How do I find her? Mazes are like pocket dimensions, small places between places. To reach one, you need to find a portal and a key. I do not know where the door or the key are. Perhaps you should seek some of your old acquaintances. You have certainly left a trail of them behind. They will find you, no doubt. Pray they mean you well. Perhaps you should visit the Civic Fest Hall. They have many answers there. What did Ravel do?
Updated my journal.
She was a maker of toys and puzzles, a solver of problems that didn't need solving. She decided that Sigil, the cage, was the largest puzzle box of all, and set herself to undo it. To let in the armies of fiends at her disposal, no doubt, to upset the balance of the city, and turn the entire burg into a charnel house. Pray to any power you hold dear. With thanks, she did not succeed. I will find her then, and force her to return my mortality. Farewell.
I feel stronger.
Sweet. Can I still talk to you? I would like some more questions answered. You again? What do you want from old Lothar now? I have given you your skull, friend, and your answers. I warn you. I haven't all day to attend to you. His gaze falls on you with the force of a sledgehammer. Why have I lost my memory? It is a side effect of losing your mortality. Okay, well, we've done this. Who? I see. I just wanted to talk to you some more. He stares at you coolly, makes a small motion, and you find yourself gone. Wait a minute.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased.
Friends indeed. Achievement unlocked. Alright, well, I guess we can level you up then. Maybe he was getting all these experience points along the way anyway. 10 hit points gained, 2 hit points gained from con bonus. Saving throws have improved, and fighting skills have improved. And I can level up. Okay. Let's go ahead and get another point of wisdom. And let's go ahead and quick save and head back in.
All right.
I wish to avail myself of your healing prowess. Oh. The Bones of the Night. Cure light wounds, cure moderate wounds, cure serious wounds, cure critical wounds, raise dead, heal. And that's it. Oh, I can also buy sell. He has needles and thread for cheaper. Oh, this is probably because my charisma went up, actually, now that I think about it. Corpse Fly Charms, Cranium Rat Charms, Bone Charms, Charm of Infinite Recall, Scroll of Hold Undead, Remove Curse, Cure Light Wounds, Cure Moderate Wounds, Speak with Dead, Cure Serious Wounds, Cure Critical Wounds, and Heal. Well, we do not have a priest with us, so... tempted to buy these, but I'll hold off. This is a dustless shelf with an empty space, a skull size, between two grinning skulls. Leave it alone. The skull's voice is low and raspy, the sound of flint and steel. I think I've seen you before, stranger. Where have you seen me? Cursed, Gatetown to Carcery. Cursed? Gatetown? Carcery? What was I doing there? What were you doing there? You were babbling something about some Burke trying to kill you and wandering into all the wrong places. Well, you were obviously barmy and all, so me and some of my friends rolled you. Stuck a shiv in you, and divvied up your stuff. It was right after that I was betrayed, but not before I hid some of that stuff. Where is it? I ain't telling. Maybe someday I'll get a body back and go for it myself, and maybe I won't, but right now it gives me great joy to see you wondering. Good luck finding it. The skull falls silent, and no amount of cajoling can convince it to speak again. Bastard! Tell me of yourself. Me? I'm Grimscalp. I used to be an anarchist, one of the Revolutionary League. We had secrets in cells. We were going to topple the nature of the plains, so everyone could live in freedom. We had the dock on some of the factors, and were ready to make a move, but then we were betrayed by another faction. I wound up dead, and Lothar wound up collecting me for my secrets. Good thing most of them are out of date by now. There ain't no resisting Lothar's charms. Tell me about the other skulls here. Them, they are all tools. Though they do not know it, their dreams are small and personal. They do not see a larger picture in their schemings. They do not see beyond themselves. They are worthless. I do not speak to them. So then how did you come here? Betrayal. I should have expected it, given who I am, or rather who I was. Okay, what can you tell me of the anarchists? We are a secret society, cells of members who work alone or through directives passed through the network of informants and leaders who remain hidden. Our goal is to tear down the power structure, to free people from the lies of politicians and powers, to let all lead their own lives of their own volition. We worked in secrecy, and changed our routines constantly to avoid infiltration. My time was decades ago, and so all the secrets I knew are no longer valid, except for the faces I can remember. And even those must have been changed by now. You sound like a paranoid bunch. If a society you belong to thrived on intrigue, infiltration, and the hatred of the established powermongers, you'd be careful too. It's not paranoia when they really are out to get you. In our line of belief, someone involved in a triple cross is an amateur. The skull regards you evenly for a moment. I think I'm done speaking with you. Farewell.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
What? Don't talk about Dakon that way. Tell me about Lothar. I've spilled the dark of many secrets, but that's one I'm not willing to sacrifice. I've seen horrors in Lothar's hands that would put the Harmonium's rigid rules to shame. He knows many secrets far better than I know his, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give them up for anyone, even you, especially you. Why? What do you know about me? I've already told your friend there most of it. You're important to Lothar somehow, and there's something about you that he wants to understand. You're like some puzzle. He's interested in you, boyo, and he wants his questions answered. He'll be keeping an eye on you. I also know you're a far traveler. You've been seen before. Where have you seen me? Cursed? Gatetown? Carcery? What, are you clueless? It's a gate town on the rim of the Outlands. The doorway to the prison plain of Carcery. It's a place of backstabbers and traitors, and it's full of schemers as a Beta Zoo's undergarments. Being right next door to Carcery is apt to change a burg's nature. I wouldn't be surprised if the town were about to slide over. What was I doing there? Okay. Where is it? And you ain't telling. Okay. Well, I guess we'll talk to Mort about this then afterwards, but let's continue talking to these. The skull speaks with a deep voice and a jocular tone. Have you come to learn of truth? I have truth aplenty. Tell me of yourself. I am Stern, one of the great practitioners of personal peace through intensive redirection of hostilities. A hiss escapes from the skull's teeth. This skull's teeth? I mean, you're a wizard, an assassin, a prisoner. However you choose to define it, Grimscalp. Okay. Grimscalp over there. Stern turns his attention back to you. I was the best of the lot, so it said. Then how did you wind up here? Funny you should mention that. I had a black book given to me in order that I might puzzle out its secrets. I unlocked its powers for a terrible price, when I would gladly pay again, and sharpened my edge considerably. Little did I realize that the book would betray me to another, a mewling rat thing that overwhelmed me in a wave of rodents and tore the flesh from my living bones. The rat went through a series of disciples, each one of them betrayed by the book, until it wound up in the possession of the Ratman Mantuok. If you find this book, accept its powers and be rid of it before you suffer the same fate. I'll keep an eye out. Tell me of yourself.
Updated my journal.
Okay. What happened to you? Okay. Well, thanks. What can you tell me of Lothar? What can I tell you of Lothar? I will tell you nothing. Even this bare existence is better than the oblivion he promises should I speak his secrets. So what can you tell me of the other skulls here? Of the skulls that will speak to you, I can offer no good words. Their experiences have been shared with me. Have not been shared with me. Indeed, we have spoken precious little until your arrival. Perhaps, says a smirk in its voice, there's something special about your very presence. That's right. Enough for you to tell me of Lothar. Well, you can tell me. You get the distinct impression Stern's skull is sneering at you. And to gain merely your friendship? Bah, there's nothing you can offer me. No services nor item that will impel me to betray Lothar to you. Begone! Just answer a few more questions then. I will not. The skull turns its attention inward. You can feel the force of its personality vanish. Fine then. Alright, well it is about time to end the episode, so we'll go ahead and do so. And when we return, we'll go ahead and continue talking to these skulls and then check out the other things in this room. See you then, everyone.